What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to ICNV Drives Edition. Today we're going to get into a nice topic. It's about that time again. The Chicago Auto Show is coming in town. People are starting to get their tax returns, so you know what that means. It means car sales are on the uprise. And I'm starting to get asked a lot of questions again about this topic, which I've made a video on this before. In today's market, and every dealership is trying to get over, how do I not get taken advantage of? What fees and costs should I be looking to avoid? So, in today's video, let's talk about what fees you shouldn't pay when buying a new car at a dealer.
Real fast, then you learn how to beat them. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want it, yeah.
Okay, so I've talked about this before, and I'll be honest with you, it's really become a hot topic, especially on Facebook and many social media pages, especially, you know, a lot of friends, and I run into people out in the streets, and I get a lot of older people that ask me this question, because let's be real, when you look at the marketplace right now, especially when you're looking at like Corvettes and C8s and Z06s and things of that nature, you're hearing the favorite word of a dealer adjustments, you're hearing I bought my car at MSRP, and that's a really hot topic right now, especially in the Corvette community, but in every community, because not only are Corvettes selling for over MSRP, and not only are Corvette dealers trying to swindle people and make more money. You see it on SRT vehicles as well. You see it on BMW M Series. You see it on, believe it or not, Toyota RAV4s, Kia Stingers, and so forth. So in today's market period, many people are trying to get over on the customer. So let's get into it.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, especially if you like this content so far. Hit that like button, subscribe, join the ICNV Drive Edition community. We talk about interesting conversations, as you can see, lots of informative videos. And we have fun on this channel as well. So if you're looking for a way to pass the time with something interesting and yet sometimes quite humorous, go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell, and get the notification for the next video that's coming up. And like I mentioned, there's more content like this coming your way.
Now, I'm going to go over these topics in no particular order, but I'm just going to mention a few things you should be aware of and certain fees that you should not look to pay. So, to start it off, one of my favorite topics, or one of my favorite fees to avoid, or I don't even understand why people pay for it, is nitrogen in the tire. If you go to most dealerships and actually go see their nitrogen machine, many don't have it, and those that do, it's usually buried behind a bunch of clutter because it never gets used. Now, I'm not going to throw out any specific dealer names, but back when I used to work in the car business, part of our PDI inspection for new cars was we switched the caps on the actual tires to green caps. They didn't necessarily put nitrogen in the car, but that's what the green caps are supposed to represent. So anytime you see green caps on tires of cars, it's supposed to mean they're filled with nitrogen. But there are a lot of dealers that will not fill your car with nitrogen, but just switch the caps to green and say that they did. So when you're looking at this fee, nitrogen doesn't really, if you ask me, have a big benefit that you have to go out and pay for it, because honestly, the first time the tire gets punctured or you get a flat and they put a plug in or repair it, they're not going to pump it back and fill out nitrogen. So it's a waste. So paying $5.95, $6.95, $7.95, any type of fee like that for nitrogen in the tire is a complete waste. And I will be honest to you, I've been out to several dealers and I've seen them mark it up as anywhere as $14.95. So be aware of that fee, because that is 100% profit, and in most cases, not even the real substance is put in your car. The next fee you should be aware of is any delivery or destination fee. Now I say this because I'm talking about fees that are added on your bill of sale by the dealership that's not already listed in the Moroni sticker. And I say that to you because every new car has a destination charge built into the Moroni sticker. So if you see on your bill of sale MSRP and it matches the Moroni sticker, and then somewhere else inside that bill of sale, when you're going to get the breakdown of your car, another destination fee, you might want to be aware of that, because that is an extra charge for making nothing but profit, because they're already getting paid for that. Now, I go back to the same thing. You should never pay that on a used car. When it comes to used cars are usually bought from an auction, or they're from customers trading in a vehicle. It's kind of hard for most consumers to tell which is which, but either way, a destination fee should not be charged on a used car. So if you see a destination fee on your bill of sale when you're purchasing a used car, that should be an instant red flag, and that's just another way of the dealer trying to make more profit. Another thing you will see, especially on new cars, is extra accessories or dealer packages. And what do I mean by dealer packages? We could talk about that in one more second, because I'm going to go more specific in that. But extra accessories, and usually what I mean by that would be like mud flaps, roof racks, like if you buy the Jeep, they usually put what they call the cattle grill on the front. Maybe sometimes on SUVs now it's not as popular as it used to be back in the older days, but these are the extra accessories I'm talking about. It's usually like roof racks, step, running boards, things of that nature that didn't come with the car, but dealers stick them on anyway to give it a different appearance and charge you more profit. In most cases, these options may cost $200-300, but they have them listed on an additional sticker where they're charging you $12.95, $14.95, sometimes even $19.95 to have these options installed on the vehicle. So I want to tell you now, if you see those options, or you see that slide paper listing those options, be careful, especially if you didn't want it, because in most cases you can get these items installed at an aftermarket location for a lot cheaper. At the dealership is usually nothing but profit. Now, when I said dealer packages, I want you to be aware, because I see this a lot and it's actually quite funny, especially when you see it for sale and people actually pay for this. And what do I mean is, for instance, you all know what an SS Camaro is, right? Well, what you may run across is a SST Camaro. And the SST Camaro is not an SS Camaro. It is actually an LT Camaro with an SS appearance package added by the dealership, not by GM. What you may see is an aggressive roof added to the car. You may see some hood vents or some side vents added to the car, and you may see an upgrade on some wheels, but they're usually aftermarket wheels added to the vehicle. And then for this, you're seeing somewhere around a $9.95 to possibly a $14.99 add-on for this package. And it's not an actual SS Camaro, it's just made to look more sportier with the addition of wings, hood scoops, side vents, and things of that nature. So if you see this on a car and this is truly not your desire, or let me just say, be more aware and understanding what you're getting. Because I used to see this a lot at the Chevy dealership when the Avalanche first came out. And what they would do, they would sell an Avalanche, which is pretty much a 1LT or a 2LT, with what they call the SST package on it. And we called it the Super Sucker Toy. That's what the salesman called it. But for the customer, it was a car that came with cloth interior. They had a custom leather interior put on it. They added bigger wheels, they added running boards, they added hood scoops, they added side vents, and all of the time, this car whole package realistically was nothing more, and I want to say this to you again, nothing more than $6,000, but they were selling it for 20 grand markup. So be aware of situations like this, because many dealers do it, and I still see it today. They just may not call it the SST. They usually try to brand it somewhere near the top of the line version of the vehicle you're purchasing. Now, this fee often surprises me, and so many dealers try to slide this right past, and when they say it to you with a straight face, many customers actually believe it's a true charge, and that is advertising fee. Advertising fees should not be attached onto any particular vehicle. I'm sorry, that's just my belief. That's the history of car sales, and I know the market is changing. That's part of the reason why we're having this conversation. Advertising fees should not be put into your bill of sale. So if you see advertising fees added onto your bill of sale, you should instantly ask to have that taken off. Now, something else that's very popular these days, especially if you buy a used car, and I'm not even going to say a used car, you can legitimately buy a brand new car, and this is where that whole Corvette community come in, whereas you will see a brand new Corvette, and I say brand new, it will be bought from one dealership, traded in with less than 100 miles on it, and offered for sale again, and then you will have a dealership telling you they're charging you a reconditioning fee. Now, I tell people this all the time. Be aware of this fee. This is one of those fees to me that is new for the post-COVID auto sales. And the reason why I say that, this is a fee that really hits hard, especially in the Corvette community. To me, this is a new fee that has hit the Corvette market strong. And why do I say that? This is probably the first fee that actually affects the market value of the Corvette. And I say that to you because you will see used Corvettes advertised for one price. When you go into the dealership and try to buy the vehicle, they will hit you with a reconditioning fee somewhere of $49.95, $69.95, $9.95, and up to $12,995. And they tell you this is all the work they had to do to the car to bring it back up to a place that we can sell it to you brand new or in new like condition. Now, I say this to you because in a lot of Corvettes on the used market for sale, and it's not just Corvettes. I've seen this on BMW X5, Dodge Demons. I've seen this on SRT8 Hellcats. I say this to you because what is actually taking place is they are charging you or adding on this fee to your car, saying that they're reconditioning the vehicle, but the vehicle only has 100 miles on it. The vehicle has 50 miles on it. And I tell you, this is an unrealistic fee only because when it comes to car sales, typically what is done in the used car market is inside the actual cost of the vehicle is all the fees and labor and so forth that was done to recondition the vehicle. So when you see a reconditioning fee added on, typically it's added on only because the dealership is advertising the car at a price they are not willing to sell it at, but they want to get customers in on it. And then what happens a lot is once they do this, it actually lowers the market value of the car they're trying to sell for trade-in purposes and things of that nature, which makes people who not very knowledgeable of the situation say the car has lost value. But then when they try to sell the car, they hit you with this reconditioning fee, which now adds to the price of the car. So usually how they compensate for this is they get you to give up a bigger down payment. Now, I can't speak on every dealer because most dealers do not truthfully put the reconditioning cost of the used vehicle in this reconditioning fee. This is just an add-on addition to get more profit off the sale. But there are some dealers that actually do put their reconditioning cost inside of this fee, but it's not actually what they're charging you. So if somebody tries to hit you with a reconditioning fee, the best way I can tell you to approach it is to ask to see what has been done to the car. Any reputable dealer that has done work to the car will come out and actually bring you paperwork stating we did this, and this to the car. And when you see this paperwork, it now gives you leverage to negotiate on this reconditioning fee. And I tell you that because the reconditioning fee is actually negotiable. If they do not bring you any paperwork that says what they did to the car, then you should be 100% aware that this is all profit. And you should now try to get out of paying this reconditioning fee because it's simply just adding to their profit margins. But either way, the one thing about the reconditioning fee, and the reason why I tell you to look at this and be aware of this, is because if they bring you paperwork showing all the work they did on it, make them warranty the work. Ask for a copy of everything they did to the vehicle. Ask, how long is this work warranted for? Because most dealers will give you a 3-month warranty or a 6-month warranty on any work they did to the car. And usually when I tell people how when they buy used cars, ask to see what work has been done to the car. That way, if anything goes wrong with anything that the dealership did, you can now have a warranty on the work that they perform for at least 6 months. That is something you should ask for. But that's a whole nother video. But I'm just telling you, when it comes to this reconditioning fee, be knowledgeable, ask those questions, see what work has been done, and then negotiate accordingly, and make sure you get some type of warranty for any work that the dealer did to the car. Since we're speaking about the Corvette, here's another fee I look at and I laugh about when people say I bought my car for MSRP, but then when they show you their bill of sale, they have what I call an outrageous dealer prep fee, or the infamous, the new Corvette prep fee. You are seeing this Corvette prep fee also listed on cars, on brand new cars. Why are you paying a Corvette prep fee on a brand new car? Inside the bill of sale, inside the purchasing price, GM pays the dealer to prep the Corvette. So if you buy a used Corvette, you should not pay a Corvette prep fee. If you buy a brand new Corvette, you should not buy a Corvette prep fee. At any point in time when you buy a Corvette, you should not buy or pay for a Corvette prep fee. Now, the dealer prep fee in many cases is the same cost or the same extra charge. So if you're getting charged a dealer prep fee and a Corvette prep fee, you are seriously being taken advantage of. And I've seen that on 2 individuals' BOSs, or that's a bill of sale, who posted on Facebook who said they bought their car at MSRP. And I pointed those 2 fees out, actually saying they actually contradict each other. Now, a dealer prep fee is a legal charge and something that is actually common when you buy a car. But I will be the first person to tell you, in most cases, a dealer prep fee should never exceed $495. If it exceeds $495, then you are paying too much for a dealer prep fee. Some states even have a legal minimum charge that you can actually pay for a dealer prep fee, meaning the dealership has the right to charge you a dealer prep fee, and it should not be less than. But at the same point in time, it should not be over excessive. There is nothing a dealership can do to a car that should charge you $19.95. There is nothing a dealer can do to a car that should be worth $29.95, $49.95, $59.95, and the worst one I've seen yet, $9,995. What type of preparations are they doing to a car that you pay $10,000 for? So be aware of this fee, because this is one of the most common fees that usually will hit you up from anywhere between $19,995 to $39.95 of pure profit. The last fee that you can possibly work on is the dock fee. Dock fees are actually acceptable fees. That goes to the paperwork to finance or buy the car and the back office of a dealership and keeping them functional. Again, this is also another state charge. Most of these are regulated by most states. If you actually do work or do some research yourself, you will find out that most states have a minimum dock fee that you can actually charge. If you ask me, what I'm typically seeing is anywhere from $3.95. The most common is $4.95, all the way up to $6.95. Anything above $695 is excessive. The most common you will see is $4.95. And I will be honest with you, I've had dealers try to charge $6.95, and even after a little negotiation, they will drop it down to $4.95. So to me, if you point it out, be aware of it, make them explain it to you, and then say, I don't feel like I should be paying more than $4.95 for it. And to me, in most cases, most dealers will charge you $4.95. That is an acceptable fee. But if you see it for anything in excess of $4.95 to $6.95, I just want to tell you to be aware there is extra profit hidden there. Now, the biggest topic in today's market, and this is the argument of every new car purchase, used car purchase, Corvette sales, Stingray sales, SRT8 sales, any hot car right now on the market, and that is ADMs, which is adjusted dealer markup, or you may even hear it referred to as market value adjustment, adjustment to market value, any type of terminology utilized by a dealership to pretty much charge you a market adjustment for the price of the MSRP to what they want to sell you the car for now, or what people are willing to pay for the car. This is a hot topic, especially in the Corvette community, in the SRT community, and the performance car community, period. Is many people want to say you should not pay some form of dealer markup. I would tell you in the past, prior to COVID, I would say you should not pay any form of dealer markup. Today, it's kind of hard not to pay any form of dealer markup. If you're really chasing a hot car or a car that is hard to get, you're probably going to pay some form of dealer markup. The best thing I suggest to you is negotiate. The key to negotiation is, or the key to this dealer markup is, it's not the same everywhere. So your best bet is to get out, do your research, shop around. And what you will realize is you may have to buy a car from another state, from another area, in most cases over 200 miles away. I say this to you because dealer markup is truly what it is. It's markup for the area that dealership is in and what they believe they can get from it. The internet has kind of leveled out the playing field, so a lot of dealers will try to stick to their guns of saying we're all charging $50,000 markup, we're all charging $35,000 markup. But what you will realize is if you actually shop around, ask the right questions, and get bill of sales for the purchase of cars before you actually start to purchase them, you will see that in some areas, a car that may charge you $30,000 worth of markup in one location, maybe $5,000 to $10,000 in another. Do I really believe in paying over MSRP? No. Do I understand paying over MSRP? Yes. And the purpose of this video, like I said before, is to help you understand what you should pay for and what you shouldn't pay for. And also to understand the best way to not get screwed over in this market when you're buying a car. So dealer markups or market value sales are happening almost everywhere. So in the best case I can sit there and tell you is, more than ever, do your research and negotiate that number. Use your resources like TrueCar and things of that nature, and look at what people are paying for cars in your area. TrueCar will give you an idea of what you should be paying in your area. So if you're seeing a dealership offering or asking more than what is being the average price purchase for a vehicle in your area, you might want to pay attention to that. I can't tell you that you'll be able to get out of all of them, because most people won't. I can't tell you that you won't find a car for sale at MSRP, because a handful of people will. But the people that do will usually wait longer, and they did their research to find the location that's selling at MSRP. So if that is something you truly want to accomplish, you're going to have to work hard to make it happen, and it's probably not something you're going to walk out your door and stumble into. So be aware of that. But that's all I have for today. If you got more questions, we can talk about it. I got other videos coming. Like I said, it's that time of year, and all these questions are coming up. If you have any questions you want to talk about, or some more clarification you want to understand, please hit me up in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your questions. I'll gladly help you answer them and try to help you come across the best deal you possibly can. Until the next video upload, ICNV Drive Edition, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join the ICNV Drive Edition community. I answer questions that my community bring up. I create videos like this, plus other content. And if you have questions, I'm always willing to answer. Don't be afraid to reach out. I enjoy your comments. I enjoy communicating with my community. And I will leave you with these words: be courageous along your journey, and the adventures will follow. Until the next video, stay safe, stay blessed, and I will see you in these streets.